Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into Long Island Wargaming. And this is a 2,500 point game versus John, and John's going to be coached a little bit by Ryan because Ryan's a more frequent player and he understands Wood Elves a bit better than I do, and I have absolutely no idea, so that's saying a lot because I don't get how to play them. I really don't, and I have given up. So this is going to be a list that Ryan helped put together, and we'll check it out. And I know I said he understands the game a little bit better too, along with frequenting the game, but he is an analyst, let's say. He likes to really get down and dirty with the numbers and the math and whatnot, and this is just to prove it. He has an analysis of what he thinks each unit is good at doing and whatnot. And he does this for all the armies he plays, which is cool. It's, when you get some free time at work and you're behind Excel, this is the kind of stuff Ryan likes to do. I've got copies of some of his stuff if you want to put a comment below. I can try to get you some stuff. But this is essentially just an analysis of what Elf stuff does, and he's kind of helping John figure out what's good, what's bad, because John doesn't want to buy too many new models. He wants to work with what he can, but some of the stuff that he has sucks. And this is going to be a game where we try to make the Eternal Guard work. Since John's got a lot of them, and people aren't using them. From what I see, a lot of people are just going Glade Guard in the core because the Eternal Guard, I guess, aren't doing what people want them to, despite the fact that they are stubborn now. But let's get into the list before I continue to babble. John wanted a shooty list. That's the way he likes to play and wants to play. So we got a Glade Captain on an Elven Steed. I know this is a bit detailed, so if you want to zoom in or check it out in full detail, you can. But we've got a Spell Singer, we got a Waystalker, and a Spell Weaver. We also have the Eternal Guard unit of 24 guys, and then 2 units of Glade Guard, and they have the Hagbane arrows. And then we've got Deepwood Scouts with Poison, Sisters of the Thorn, so we're running those guys. 2 units of Wild Riders, 2 units of Way Watchers, 2 Great Eagles, and that looks like that's it. And now for the moment of truth, what lore is the Wood Elf player using? And he's using Shadow for the level 4. He's got Occam's, Pit of Shades, the Withering, and Smoke and Mirrors. So hopefully that helps John out. And the level 2 has Lore of Death, so we have Bajuna and Spirit Leech. I have a level 4 of the Great Maw. I got Spine Marrow, Tooth Cracker, Bull Gorger, and Troll Guts. And then I've got a Fire Belly, and he's got a Fulminating, whatever, Flame Gauge. I can't really read it. And the Fireball. I don't have the Fireball card because Chris has it in his stuff somewhere because he usually uses the Ruby Ring of Ruin. So while you guys are taking the opportunity to check out the deployment and the terrain, I'll give you an idea for my heroes. I have a Slaughtermaster with an Iron Fist. He also has the Armor of Destiny. I've got the Bruiser BSB, and he has Talisman of Preservation, and the Fire Belly with a Great Weapon and a Dispel Scroll. The Slaughtermaster also has the Hellheart, which will be fun with the 2 casters, and the sisters, because they technically count as a caster. So for my deployment from right to left, I've got the unit of Lead Belchers, then I've got a Saber Tusk, I've got 2 units of Bulls, 9 apiece, and then the heroes are scattered around there. In between that, I've got 30 Noblars, because why not? I have an Iron Blaster, and then I have 4 Mournfang with the Saber Tusk next to them, and then I decided to bring a Thunder Tusk, because why not? I'm playing Wood Elves, playing a friendly game, so you know what, I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Instead of taking 2 Iron Blasters, I have a Thunder Tusk. Hooray. And for John's stuff, we do have some proxies, so just giving you a heads up. We have the 2 units of Way Watchers that are actually behind that proxied eagle. The Deepwood Scouts are hiding behind that building over there. And then when we look at the forest, we've got 2 units of Glade Guard, and then in the back are the Eternal Guard. And then behind the fence here, which I painted up and I made all nice. It's still a work in progress, but I got some terrain I'm working on. I want to really make these battle reports look nice on the battlefield with the terrain. But anyway, I've got the Sisters of the Thorn, and then the 2 Wild Riders, and then more Deepwood Scouts, and then another Eagle Pterodon proxy. So with Vanguard, we have these Wild Riders move behind the Temple of Skulls Hill, so the Lead Belchers cannot shoot at them. The Lead Belchers could just barely see that Eagle Pterodon, and the Deepwood Scouts and the Wild Riders are pretty well hidden. The other 2 units of Vanguarders just kind of back up a bit. And here's the point where Ryan says that the ogres have just won the game and the wood elves have lost. And that's because wood elves did not get turn one. The ogres are already on the move. The Mornfang move pretty quickly. The bulls move pretty quickly. I'm already halfway there. So let's see how he chaffs me up. So we jump into magic phase. I end up doing pretty well in the magic phases this game. I get a handful of dice and I throw some here, throw some there, and they're able to not deny me everything. So the last spell I go for is Troll Guts onto the Mornfang. And I get it off with Irresistible Force. So he was saving his scroll, got rid of all of his dice, and bam, now he can't do anything about it. So these guys have regen, which means if he can't chaff me up, they're going to crush through Way Watchers and all the other shit on that side of the battlefield. The Iron Blaster takes out the Eagle, so that's one step closer for him to not be able to chaff me. The Lead Belchers over here do a wound to this Eagle, so unfortunately he's still alive. And Wood Elf turn 1. Everything backs up and retreats a little bit there, which is fine. Doesn't want to get too close to the bulls. You want to make sure the Wood Elf Wild Riders are in a good position to charge and whatnot. So, but let's take this opportunity to showcase my fence a little bit. Hooray! I've actually added a little bushes since then. It's a little bit more, so it looks pretty cool. I've actually gotten the wall segments. I'm starting to paint those up too as soon as possible, so we can have some of those stone walls on the battlefield also. But anyway, back to the game. We do have some scouts going ahead and chaffing up the Mornfang, which is a pretty smart move. And this shot over here shows you just how far back everything is now since they've retreated. Sabertusk gets shot down by the Deep Wood Scout Ranger guys. Deep Wood Scouts. And some bulls here die from a bunch of different arrow shots. On into Ogre turn 2, I charge the Deepwood Scouts. An alternate plan, which wouldn't have worked, but was to send in the Thunder Tusk first, because if the Thunder Tusk got in, if he was able to squeeze in, which he wasn't, he would have made the Scouts snap to him, which would have actually led the Mornfang through. But yeah, it doesn't end up working out that way. The Bulls end up false charging. I think I made a bomb charge. I think I wanted to go after the um, Sisters of the Thorn, but I false charged. I rolled a 6, which means I still moved pretty far. So here we are. And here's the other side of the battlefield. Noblar is moving about, and the Bulls and the Bulls and the Lead Belchers are just slinking up. So magic phase, we go ahead and deny all the other spells, but when we get down to the last field dice, bam, Irresistible Force again on the Troll Guts. He is unable to dispel it with his scroll, and I did Area of Effect this time, so now I'm hitting both units, the Bulls and the Mornfang. So all those arrow shots, all those no armor save arrows, all that crap, I'm good. I'm going to be able to stay alive. It's awesome. So just like the first time, very minimal damage from the miscast. I think I take 2 wounds here on the unit. And over here, I kill the Deepwood Scouts on impact hits alone. And you can see we have all the magic cards set up because we're finally getting around to numbering them because for some reason GW didn't put the numbers on these cards. I don't get it. But that's the end of Ogre turn. So Wood Elf turn 2. We have these guys move all the way up. These are the proxied Eternal Guard. Maybe we'll get some Occam's Mind Razor off. Nope. I go ahead and do my Hellheart and cause 3 miscasts because we have the unit that counts, and a few guys die. A total of 4 sisters die between the miscast of the actual caster in there and the unit taking wounds, and then the other caster kills some of the Glade Guard. But man, I didn't realize like how nasty the Hellheart is. I mean, yes, I knew it was nasty, but I forgot the little tidbit at the end where the Ogre player gets dispel dice equal to the miscasts, and between all the dice that he lost, and it was just his face got shut down. But we go ahead into shooting. He does get some shots done. The Waystalker takes some sniper shots at the champ of the Mornfang. He did that last turn too. He wanted to do, I think we did that because we wanted to make sure we didn't kill too many because it would have allowed a gap for the or if the Mornfang got smaller, they would have been able to get through the gap and charge the Way Watchers. But we have 2 units. One guy dies, 2 wounds on one of the guys, and then a wound on the champ. And we take a wound or two onto the ogre bulls. Something to back up here just to see the unit of wild riders that are coming onto the flank of the bulls. I don't know if this was a false charge or a move, but it ends up being an error, and you'll see into ogre turn 3 that it ends up exposing the flank to the Noblars, and the Noblars get a flank charge on them. So that's not the most ideal situation for them. But we go on into ogre turn 3. I charge the spearman, charge the eagle, charge the flank of the way, um, whatever they are, the Wild Riders, and then also the Mournfang. I failed to mention the Way Stalker runs out of the unit while the Way Watchers back up for yet another chaffing tactic. So I'm gonna have to kill him again. So I'm slowly getting to the Way Watchers. But the issue is into Magic, I only roll up 3 dice, and it's not enough to get off Troll Guts. So I'm actually regen-less this turn. The Iron Guts go ahead and move over this building or move over the hill, and they'll start lighting up the rest of the Sisters of the Thorn. And after ward saves, I end up killing all of them but one. And then there's the level forecaster and the BSB now hiding in the Thorn unit. So all 3 heroes are in the bus of bulls. The Firebelly is the only one without a save after armor. Well, he has no armor, but regen's down, so the other two have 4 board saves, but this guy's got nothing, so he goes ahead and focuses him down and kills him. So now he's able to kill the unit in the next turn. And you can see I killed plenty of spearmen here with the 2 heroes that are in contact, and I'm able to stick here in combat because these guys are stubborn. And a few of them had poison from the forest, which I failed to say is the Venom Thicket. So over here, these guys, I lose 2 Noblars because they have 2 attacks without the devastating charge and then the mount. So I lose 2 guys, but you know what? My charge, my flank charge, my 3 ranks, I end up winning combat, and these guys actually break, which is a huge victory for the Noblars. They don't catch them. They run through the Sisters of the Thorn and the 2 heroes, and now they're chilling out by the fence. This bull unit kills the eagle that I think they charged, so I'm getting rid of his chaff. And I killed the White Stalker, no problem. The thing is, though, there's like 5 wounds left on the unit of Mornfang, and I do not have regen anymore, so the armor-free arrows are going to really kill me. The Thunder Tusk, I didn't really mention too much yet. Has just been shooting his harpoon thing once in a while. He shot at the eagle the first turn, which helped do some wounds before the cannon finished him off. So into Wood Elf turn 4, the heroes run into the back over there by the Glade Guard, so I guess they're chilling in the Glade Guard unit now, so all 3 heroes are in that one unit, which is kind of scary. And then the Sister of the Thorn goes up by the fence to redirect to the Noblars, because, I mean, if the Noblars go through and flank charge the Spearmen, then the Bulls can run forward, and it's just, a little delaying tactic, I guess. Ends up being an error, as you'll see in a little bit. Occam's Mind Razor gets off, which is scary. And without regen, the 2 units of Way Watchers destroy the Mournfang. So there's no more Mournfang on the battlefield. So no armor save. That's pretty rough. And I forgot to show, or I showed it. I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the turn that there was an all-in with the Deepwood Scouts and the Wild Riders here. So they run in and they actually kill 3 bulls. The Lead Belcher Bulls actually do enough damage back to not lose combat, but I was steadfast anyway, so, we end up sticking there. Over here, I lose 2 bulls to Occam's Mind Razor, but the heroes, they're being ignored because of the fact that they, they have the 4 board saves. The bulls end up reforming, and then we're into Ogre turn 5, because they're stubborn. The Wood Elves aren't going to run. So the Thunder Tusk is making its way around over here. We're going to do the Stone Thrower thingamajig that it has. Over to the right, you could see the Noblars make the charge on the Sister. We remove the fence just to get it out of the way, but that also allows the Bulls to get a flank charge on here, which is something John and Ryan didn't really realize. I made the Noblar charge first, so he held, and then this one, they decided, at this point they might as well hold. I was like, well, are you sure you could flee? I'm going to overrun with the Bulls. At this point, it was getting close to game for them. I mean, they still have two casters and whatnot, but there's no sisters, and it's just getting down to the grind with the combat between the spearmen and the bulls and the heroes. But they decide to hold and keep that, which is interesting. So. And this kind of happens again. I get Irresistible Force again with the Troll Guts, Area of Effect Troll Guts nonetheless. The issue is they still have their Dispel Scroll, which they have not used. So the miscast ends up killing a couple more Spearmen. I take a wound or two on a bull, but I don't care about that. But here's a shot from the backfield, looking in on all the ogres closing in on the elves. So you can see here, 3 spearmen are left after the miscast, so even with Occam's My Razor, we're going to finish them off and kill them. And here's the last shot I have here, because I end up killing the spearmen are dead. We never took a picture of the bulls, because they're going to hit the Sister of the Thorn, overrun, and go kill some Glade Guard or whatever. The bulls, the Iron Guts, the lead belchers all the way over to the right end up killing the Deepwood Scouts and the Wildwood Riders. But I feel with this video what we're going to do is do a little closeout with the thoughts from Ryan and John. Right, so this is the end of the game. As mentioned earlier in the video, Ryan had kind of coached John through it, and let's hear their thoughts.
So this is John, by the way. I had really terrible dice rolls. Nick got really lucky with a bunch of irresistible forces that didn't hurt him. And
4 consecutive irresistible forces.
4 consecutive irresistibles to get Troll Guts off. And ultimately the results of those miscasts favored you. Which is ridiculous to me. But that's just luck. The deployment was bad, I think, for us.
Could have been better.
It could have been better, but again...
Going first would have helped a lot.
Yes, going first would have helped a lot. I don't know where else you could have placed things just now to make it better. I don't know. I actually don't know that I like the Eternal Guard. They are good. They held that unit up. Maybe more shooting would have been better, though. And the presence of more redirectors. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Another Eagle and... more Glade Guard, maybe could have.
Yeah, another Eagle, more Glade Guard. Some ambushers coming out the back. The poison Glade Riders. Okay. They you can bring them in. They can chase stuff down. They can do all sorts of muck in the backfield, like take out a weapons team or something. It's hard to say because he got to you so quickly.
Yeah, and I just couldn't get off the slowy spells or any spells.
The Hellheart.
Occam's Mind Razor.
The Hellheart made a mess of a turn, and deleted pretty much the viability of that Sisters of the Thorn unit.
Yes.
Was the same thing as the last game against Dave. I went so many turns that you guys never got to use the Dispel Scroll.
Yep.
And he never got to use the Dispel Scroll, so that just showed that all my spells needed to get off for double 6.
Yep. Actually, did Troll Guts go off once without double 6s? No.
No, not once.
No.
But there was one turn where I didn't cast.
Yes, but
and
that
that's
was because
the one
you had
turn
3
that
dice.
did damage.
Yes. So I would say on the whole that the math and the I mean, it's a single instance, so it's not. It doesn't really apply to the law of averages. But I would say on the whole that the dice rolls in this game were
so heavily in my favor.
Were mostly in your favor. I mean, not drastically. I mean, you still had good rolls.
They were mostly in Nick's favor, but they were partly against my favor.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, like, you rolled a lot of...
Ones. When I didn't need them. And 5s and 6s for leadership.
I will say, though, that you probably could have killed these units over here had Troll Guts not gotten off.
Yes.
So that it would have probably ameliorated the fact that you were rolling a little under average. That... they would have died, and you could have turned your attention elsewhere and started killing other things. Because these guys can move up, they're full movement, and just blast into the side, kill this thing, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens next time?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm quitting the game.
Well, John will be going to Crossroads, so he is working on a list, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.